Bobby asking ge patient sit down money up. Nikonis.
That's just like saying if you said that to somebody, hello brother, kind of thing.
You ate that mama.
That's what Amos, Amos Mina, my dad, my dad would say that Nabum Nikonis.
Yeah, that's the old way of old language, right? Anishinaabemowin language. That's what that is from.
Yeah, that's just up before you hit Wabashing, eh?
Just like a
that hill.
It's a camp.
But where,
Camp Nikonis, yeah.
but where that road goes in that point, you know where that is, right? It's Sturgeon Point. And at Sturgeon Point, our people had a camp right at the end of there. That's where a lot of Ojibwe's people were born. But then their testimonies, they said they were born at Sturgeon Point. Somebody called that out there. That's where another camp was, right? Right across from Potato Island.
Bonnie, go ahead. Yeah. Amos. Go to Mahoney Harbor, Chigishkakak. New Amdagobun the Amos Yuri. Nishabe Kituskeot. When you go, was going to get a house even.
Oh.
A lot of stuff. We're going to be
Picture
on.
with
You're going to show me yeah, but to this day it's still there, you know. Nishabe Kituskeot Ishkakak.
Now in BC's gone there or no?
No, these were Kawambishin, Namambishki, these were on the rock. Bim Pedeknajiman, New Amdo Amos, you know, the
Honey Mayamka.
Honey Harbor, Mandaskaman, along the Home Bay area in there, yeah.
It's interesting because
Maybe one of the older folks in Honey Harbor would know that. I mean,
That would be around where that camp is, eh? Have you ever seen them?
I've heard through the grapevine that M&R had just found some. I don't know where though. They haven't contacted us.
Close to Rama.
Close to Rama?
Yeah, they're close to Rama. They're like east of Rama.
East of Rama?
Couple miles.
Yeah.
G'day, I'm Kanutan Wabashing.
one issue.
Wabashing there, actually there's.
He wants to know the Anishinaabe.
Anishinaabemowin, Wabashing. Anishinaabemowin, Kanutan.
The walk should be that's coming on daylight.
It's like a person getting up in the morning.
Walk should.
Yeah, Wabashing.
That's what that means, eh?
It's like a lot of the First Nation, or it doesn't matter what nationality, the Europeans translated it wrong, just like Bejoana, Bejoana. That's what that is. Bejoana, that's the thing, really, there's a little First Nation there. Bejoana Kilorama, but Bejoana, slow moving river, right? Yeah.
Garden River, right?
Garden River.
Yeah.
Well, they're right close in Garden River, Bechuana and those places.
Bimbe should be on and no, Bimbe no.
Let me know what I can do.
Should be on and do you write them down?
Kidu.
What's your kid?
Oh, Anilgun, yeah.
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 Because we need our own dictionary, eh?
Yeah.
Because
Mom Nick book on it.
you know that dictionary, Eastern and Ojibwe dialect.
Roads.
That's Germany.
Yeah.
The German guy wrote that, and that's what they're using here at the school. So we need our own dictionary for our own children.
Yeah.
Both Rama here, all of them.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because they used
You
to
know
tell
when
us.
Myrtle,
we-
what's wrong with?
You was having.
I haven't seen her. I hope to see her go around.
Wash Sago. No, but that's why where that name come from.
Oh.
Wasigo, Chicago. That's up one of the not where Zagi away. That's where the airport come out of in that river.
Yeah, the Lava Saga, yeah.
Now then, keep our shot and we're
You're the Bajan, you're the solid.
you were Chimnissing,
They used to have wellness workshops there.
Yeah.
I used to like going to those. I don't know if they stopped
That's where I
having
had my heart attack.
Yeah.
Chimnissing.
West.
Anishinaabemowin.
The first one that I had.
Chimnissing.
I don't even remember that. When I was
I
there.
was there, with Moby, I did that workshop. I did sunrises over there.
Oh, I went there.
And Donna Key went me to the Collingwood Hospital
Oh.
that time. Yeah, I was there, I was in Collingwood for 5 days.
Yeah.
New Age Agnishiki Nakada.
Ja, Judy, now we go. Rama, Bill, now, get one matad menu. One beer rail. Yeah, we're going over to the state. This year.
We have to know.
There was one of the treaties. Anishinaabemowin.
He's busy.
Skore Rabani and goes it up there to Chippewas. Should be that day. I mean, real bottom Tanya, because I was talking about that for my wife and I to go from coast to coast on the rail. So Bill said, you still have to pay half price. Because I remember my grandmother and I going from Coldwater to Toronto to Buffalo to go visit her sister. And she used to pay half price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On the train.
on a train, yeah.
Yeah.
That still exists.
Yeah,
But you gotta.
But it's not half anymore.
Half.
It's a percentage only.
I remember that paying half.
Yeah.
Caught beer now. Caught me beer to caught on there.
Anishkin is Nakada.
Kendaswabo. After 3 beers, you're smart. Kendaswabo.
Make it have a true end on.
Ja, gaan we eens gaan. Wat is het twee? Kendaswabo na. Mi gaan maar weer maar snappen. Je doet maar die zo hebt. Mis Janat no skinwe. Ieder gaan we schode abo. Je hoeft een quick worden. Je wacht check kan gewoon niet bekomen. Ja, müssen wir was. Janat no skinwe. Je hoeft een quick worden. Schode abo. Je wacht check kan gewoon niet bekomen. Ja, nou niet water. Carl, eh? Carl, eh? John wordt naar his uncle. Wacht je hebt gewoon niet gekomen. Wie is de kareke? Je some beer. Ken dat? Ken? Ja, we gaan zingen aan de kwijt, maar oh, thuis je kent dat. Ken dat zo we gaan generale Rama. Ben je sure alive? En dat is wat ook aan.
Ik ga eens in de kaart aan en jou. Just got me on it.
Als je kijkt, man, kijk je in Bunny online. Westminster, on Conotman. Westminster, there's a sherry called that wine. Westminster. How would you translate that to Indian? There's a blue smoke to make dope on here.
I think it's something that you wear.
Westminster. See, the sun sets at the west, right? See, you're learning a lot of Ojibwe here.
Get your pizza and dog doing an okay one now.
Maybe I should call it, make up when you have it, right?
But people go nama det Sunday. Så vi må då här vart det mam. Det är ju kan jag bara.
Minima bežike kege do mar gižuje bzma ben šave. Nime gižat koze. Ažne min mojem tego. Kdao na mag nagegi. Kdao batan des god geno o min mojem man mago nishave. Anishtas, ran gege o min mojem. Gitchene this swig nageni, ina.
Just the sun så bara kommer bit.
Yeah.
Ja, så bit med den där.
Ja, we do.
Nej, ni gick tajna.
Oh, we go. Lobby and we two walk and fight.
Det ska svara dig. Okej, Anish is known.
Hi. We've met each other before. Pretty good.
Oh, hi, niece.
But I don't know her.
Nice to see you too. Oh, well, so long.
One just walk.
Honey?
One just walk. March, skinny quick.
What they go and but one just look.
This is the third that. One just walk.
One doesn't work.
One just walk.
A lot of money.
Yeah, good. When you buy them.
Kevin, how do you translate that to another saying of welfare? How do you say that in Rama? Yeah, another version of it.
Ontario works.
How would you say that in Rama? Welfare.
I don't actually know. I heard it recently, but I don't actually remember. But I didn't hear it recently. I forgot to write it down.
You know what it is over here? Cash for life. Some people call it get smart. Just like the beer you were saying. $10 something good. I'm teaching him all the how to translate beer. $10 something good. $10 swabble.
Dropping on your money from down.
Still feeling that?
Yeah, I still feel it.
How did you go, Glenn? You okay? Yeah? I haven't seen you for all summer.
It's gonna rain in the winter, yeah.
Hurry up. You go get it. Some.
Me on sokoi no. Marun wa na ge mo kiki so e pa. Me on ra. Get se get to gi leb na na wa yo. Get se je. Nongos ki ajmi no ke nongos so e pa pi. Armina ke. Get sich nach jo, na wish nicht das geht na na ja.
Oye, mena que me siguen con la kiok.
Ja, ja na jo. Veel maar Judy dat is. Judy dat is. Ja, maar die man na kia. Schön weg das mal, haben wir gar
Gineta is a work, Chimnissing.
Meni ampi kena na Anishinaabemowin skon ganane. Mava Anishinaabemowin pne ode in Clarkson, Oakville, Hibana Kyok. Meo, kamana be wo vias no dio. Yo so jonia minga moy mok chuga ma abdi Hibana Kyok. Ki tile oke. No na mava de wan goge. No in mushos tabi ko Hibana Kyok chumuk man na kitwa. Kena gis gafna wa jonia mishio. Bem skriptoat mish mijum gi shroat pe bod visnya igashnya. Vina ke mushabe gaber kogne gazet vina kit.
Kenneth McKean set the wall talking to him. He's pretty good, you know. He just started learning Ojibwe within this past year, right?
Last September,
Yeah.
seriously.
He's doing really, really good. We're proud of him.
Being going to Chippewas, not being on where.
We're very proud of him catching on that fast.
And he is at the time, can I
Bikini na,
Galingash Pane in this little toasi.
Chibet lek khilunan wan dab. Bish ma
Anishinaabemowin going around. Tell
So I
all
guess
about
that-
yourself, okay, Pamela, you could start.
Who's introducing this, Marley?
How Bojo Pamela and Dishnikas Makwan Dodam Rego Geni Manginda Ginda Biskama you de you na artiso Gawi Gamak Chimnissing Chimnissing seems like Chimnissing. So I have 10 Oceanic. No, 11. Forgot about the baby. I just got it. I was just a new milk miss last week, so she's 1 week old. My parents, my Dodema was my dad's name was Howard King, and my mom's name was Jane Monet, and I'm a sibling out of 10, I think. I had 10 siblings, and right now I'm just enjoying life, not really doing anything much. I retired from working, and just like to enjoy life. Mesko.
You can't start. You can't start ya. Money, give him second Dishnikas.
Only in Sibon gesehen.
Mi won't get any more Ginda Ziad, mon pig. Should be scored or the Tori. Never go make ducks. We need to be scored and hasn't done yet. No, Miss Man, Miss Rome missing a bit covenant walk. We were not him out in Yondoro. He cocked an up me. Panesh won't pay me my pay buttons yet. Maar in ook mis. Nee, give ik met una. Bishop Madzia. Kage mandava is wel naar ook nu op Mads. Kemanak Bishopman. Nana de go. Chicken op man. Je waps gezien. Ja, Zagnaas chicken op Nandia. Zou geen gekeken. Waarschijnlijk is het genoeg maar zie. Nou, maar ik ben niet schaven. Ja, maar niet schaven achter. Mgie go geen schaven. Mgie go geen. Mgie go ten geen gastron schaven. Ja, pitchen go in de warmek. Ani spiegel dat zien de go. Mislik pingoring nog misschien go eens makje. Ani spiegel dat zien de na. Tuesday morning, 10 o'clock, mi pigandazzi in 1942, November the 28th. Mi gajero nukmis, mi shajo ki ken man pigandazzi. Kena ko man pinem da bricken bi ken mak. Ma ko glem da. Bi ken mak o ge. Me o so kun gi ma ji bi ma de. Maar zo is niks geweest, mensen zijn er maar. Wil je mee kwijt kan dan geen worden geen maar het. Je want dan moet mee kwijt. Maar je bent ook een bas ik managi al. Je kop bij je akero. Oh zo, nu schade. Kan niet het wou. De gewoon no zo mee kwijt. Niet maar tik maar pik abduction. Nano mogen je spoor gaan. Mima geen garman no tensa. Maar zo is laag zo een blind. Ja op kwentschaal. Me geen een pieuw eens baantje, man pie maar John Knot maar Christian Island. En zo maar wat Nishabeeknis. Me is een karig man van mijn Christian Island. St. Joseph Island is in Tambia. Gaan ik ken zien. Samen maar check bij hem daar maar op je. Win mo na ko ken nie. Dan krijg je op maand ja. Nou gewoon met moeim ge. Dat school arbo. Me arbo. 46 years working the weed game. Apchunande. Ik zou ook daar mingo. Nou, want ik zie nog nee, na de Rama boven het nee, gaan in de nakjes zien nog nee, kwijt niet gezien nog nee, dik kwijt, maar ben nu is niet, nu wil gaan, men mooi, men al weet de wil gaan bin gens ja, me en je ben ja voor wat jou die aan, wanneer dat na zagen het me. Anu ko ingi ki bares. Je wacht chep ken kon skodewa. Aha, mana ja. Itap.
Honey, the Gregorian edition costs. I can't really talk Nish yet. I can really understand Anishinaabe. I can really understand it, but growing up, and I had a lot of fun. I lived in Toronto, Aurelia, Perry Island. I forget how you say the Nish there. Wasatch. Is it? Wasatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here Island strong in Cody.
Yeah. Growing up there, I was kind of like a renovator, home renovator in Midland. I worked in factories in Toronto. Moved back down, met my ex down here. Then had I got count. Oh yeah, three kids. But I got 7 no share. 7 no share. Then I kind of had to quit working for a while. My knees were giving out, stuff and that. now my hip now, getting too old now. And then I'd like to tell you a story about what happened to me here, maybe just about a year ago there. I told you, hey, Junior, you know that time we went to that reserve about the owl? Yeah, there was one time there, he'd met up with a hay in the bush there, eh? And they were looking around, go, you want to put it on top of the tree there, eh? I was looking at it. I knew there was something, you're going to be sure, go, then I was looking at it. Then it looked at me there, eh? Then we're staring at each other. Then it flew to me, eh? It flew on my lap here, came and landed on my lap there. Then looked at me. So I started stroking it, eh? I knew there was something wrong with it. Just looked at me, eh? Then it just died in my hand, in my lap, eh? Then I said, oh, that's it. So I kind of figured, you know what? I said to myself, they gotta have, they gotta, like, you know, like, if you feel sorry for something, they can understand that, eh? Too. What?
Compassion.
Yeah, so, well, after that, I went, buried it, and that. And there are a few things there too. One time there, they got it in Iron City, how this Mr. Talbot, eh? I used to go a lot of fishing there. I worked there for one time there, but I went there with my parents too, eh? But older, I worked there. I never used to buy groceries because I just used to, after work, I'd go out fishing, catch my supper. and I think that's about it.
Okay.
Well, anyway, you can stand it up.
Gani on that day Quincy. I watch all. What no say quick any Anishinaabemowin. Because I know them. Then so me they want to quend out. My people missing don't you? Anishinaabemowin ke kidiam. But my people in money. Genin come. Shigi Bajian Kina Minwin Dagas Nongo Kishep Mabam Anishinaabemowin Tabash Maya Niboge Gogi Kenda now Mina on Vicky Beshika Gain Nasapni and Ntagi Dagino Anishinaabemowin. Questions indigenous kana. We then dogs. How many good?
Honey, Cecile, indigenous cast. You're gaining my age by Chimnissing. The open more quick, not gaining Gijan Congo, Anishinaabemowin, the cars, yeah, Meowsha. Nagini give out the Tina Kuma Squacker or Cock. And you know, I was a kid in your digging up bones. Migawan and Kian. I was an archaeologist. No, going him Koyang Canon. Town Gize going. Singing in the young guy. London district. Yo, can I examine the work? Still one. Down these eggs, you don't anywhere. You know, I'm going we've done the canon. Talking out for none. You want to get when it's we've done my aunt, talking out for none, yeah. You know, you go on and care and it's go. Okay.
Honey and Becky and there's a cast. Ojibwe Queen give it you mean go for my spirit name. I try to get Queen now see quick now. Because it getting out now and my sisters and my brother over there. Me magabe me ma Chimnissing de Benjaba me ma kanjan dad ziat no ma indawat. Give you about 10 minutes. 11 din in them Nick nan Judy. He was not as walking the mom and papa to look after us, but again a kiwat. I'm trying to think of what to say. 16 man gin ma train Simon is there read ma gina ki and Toronto over in Ginjanaki. Toronto Stock Exchange or the part-time just get some sincere catalog and go on a key. Midlander she gave a move up P Vinoji run she did what Zamgik Tan Toronto do baji ke what geek sock gig on to preserve so what Midlander she in Ginda. Chimnissing the Schmidt gave a movement from there. Made a smart time when Nick my grandchildren go I hope could I give it go. 15 grandchildren do you have? Me and my 4 great grandchildren. Geneva, they kind of just expanded down here. Here about 10 men. I have sugar my, yeah, I mean, I don't, I mean, I didn't end up watching the Rossi. We were out and diet.
Honey, Judy gaining Dishnikas. Noatin gaining Gation Conic and Papa. I'm gonna Gation cause one yo. With his sister man, Sarah, with a moose deer point on that. Me sure gaining got her on custom with the mission cause yet. Me also go gaining Gation show go. The make quick manamangi no magnetic Chimnissing school yeah. Grade 8 peggy strong me imagine Nigoyang residential school or skijo Nigoya. Gio giston go de Kendas when nagi Mishminagi begiwa Mishmino Indian agent gibaji un Nigoya. Business college doesn't go on just school meanwhile. For a year, Mishminwa Piode Gishitaya. Miminwa Gisigwayang Winokyang. So I worked for Sun Life Insurance Company for 2 years. And then I moved and worked for unemployment insurance office at Coxwell. I worked there for a year and a half. Mishminwa Gindom Daman Bekanak English option Gimnendan Ginokian. Kresge's head office downtown Young and Carlton. Tango being within Ginoki. Mishmian Mama big noted. Manpini doam Chicago off sing one okit. Dabi giwe gonag dabi cheton. Missy Bigiwe and Mishmagabed not care. Bain secretary in Gale for Chick Bingo. Mishminwa. Me give it and Gale Gagini. Basically, go skinny quaint Gale out in with it, not get out west, or go to 35 years, nizzy. Meanwhile, Danak Nish go to Nankiok, Imadrawat. Meanwhile, there's basic Gava School, way University of Sault Ste. Marie. Batinak we go gaining no shayak meanwhile go cop deak 5 nick deak. Meanwhile no mia gina nego consulted ben dogs there. Kaukon gim 19 skentam up chigna okay go gid wesen on na gaining go to Jabai Jayam, but some with a dumb zilk. Abde ko design dam goy. But in wek na nongom dene wewe dene indam. Migna et ko chigis toya nongom yo nikanak ne goyan. Kogna bas mino andam so ein zin jenan kia. Jimmy gwetch migna gaininia.
Is this good? Is this good? Anin, Kevin Indigenous, Dick and Nudem, Shilling family, Denoe Mug, Minjikaning Gainin, Donjaba, Miwede, Gabe on Jipizian Nongum, Oshawa Dash and Gi Dash and Dadas. Get Gayabe and get Kinomagos. And does you get Kinomagos if we do it at Georgian College? Barry. Yeah, me say me gonna batch. Get you name Yayan Man.
Ani na went down a Glenda Nishnikas, Glenda Snake. Mangin Jacogan go, Chimnissing, Magi, Kainman Ganiger, Anishinaabemowin. Dora Minoa, Irene, Sylvester, Mama Mirandedem. Woody Rama, no one, then Dami, the Vendaxia, no one. Kim Kashwaban, Chippewas, Lake Russell, you to give Kashwadadiam. He's in the spirit world now. His name is Reginald Snake. And Yivi de Gama, I went home Yivi de Gama. We got married in the Catholic Church. And we swept the Doji at the Yawami, with Minwa Nishan Dana. Minwa, Chunks were Yawa no Shayak, Minwa Nanan Chinoshayak. Panego again then Dr. Told Panego Anishinaabemowin. Being again ringing Dr. Odenang. Panishkonan Mamangi bin Bachik. Minwa Auntie Emily. Minwa Goedik Auntie Hetty, Minwa Auntie Lily. Wadik Odenang Panengi Wabmak. Minwa ya Givich Kewema Abche. Mewena Nagi Gimenaya aus the Ellis steak. Panegi bin Bachik. He can Panegi Gi Skitoya and Anishinaabemowin. Meo Shagi bin Ojibwe and Nokmis Grace Toby King the Giminik Genin Anishinaabemowin. The Northwind, Vidavanoque. Meanwhile, not when I go into Jamaican, the Copenhagen. Mishpana in Mangani Gajamnado, it's part of his plan for me to become a member at Chippewas and Rama First Nation. Kiwiji Alpag and in Gom Japan and Wapinakweok. No Shango Giaga gave me no Kinkokaza. My sister Anne is buried at Rama, and so I've had a lot of tribulations in my life. Even living at Rama, sometimes I was Yapichnapana Gigo Kamag de Bendakasi Kamag Bendakasi Chimnissing with a Vinchaba. But I said, didn't really know what to think when people Anishinaabe Kitwatio, Kamagdit Ben Doxasi. Now no one is allowed to say that anymore in our community because so many have come home and it's my home. Rama is my home. I've been there for a long time. My married name, I've carried that for a long time, longer than I carried my maiden name. But I know this is where my roots began. This is where it all started, me speaking Ojibwe. And I know lots now in my life, being an elder and a senior. Mikinamoago, Anishinaabe Nikin, Gashi and Dot Gain, Chippewas, go and Nimekwek, Miktokonek, Kiba, baptize me going. So, Gichinandam are Anishinaabe traditions in our culture. I've been taught a lot by women, mainly, but also Dr. Ed Connors has taught me a lot. So now I do that too now, when I'm asked. I go out and do teachings. I do think, it's nice being at Rama now that I'm older. I'm at the seniors now. But I get chicken da chicken you getting on what I didn't die. Yeah, I'll put a quail and Anishinaabe chick. Mem to get one hour quail and Anishinaabe mocha now to Anishinaabe seed. No more nice one Dick Snake, meanwhile, Pastor Norm Stinson. It's Anishinaabe chick. Go ahead and go on, we shall not see walk. Me just go, quail. The doctor told me to go up to Kinoma, Nijansina, go Kinoma, Diogam Gokeja, Anishinaabe. Meanwhile, go at the Early Childhood Center, Mikinomowamin, 2019, Janun Mawatio, Anishinaabemowin. We just would have Panegani Gejaya, Joe Vido Kazia. Deshago, Gwishmiboyan, Gwajajo Vido Kazian. But I have to be asked first. That's the way I am. I just won't show up. You have to invite me, and then I'll show up. Diminatis Gani Nongum. I do jewelry making now. I'm very good at it. That's my hobby. I still like to read, and I like to participate with the elders and the seniors in our seniors community. I enjoy Kevin. Kevin Binbachikyang. It helps us to recall our language. Miigwech.
Anin Bojo, Gnualango Indigenous, Vicky and the Shagana Chimnissing, Koezing Sindago. Bungi Etan Sitam Young Anishinaabemoin. Swin Nijansag Diawak, Jickening Donjba, Avading Medekwa and Dow, Jickening the Nakiyan, Medaswish Sway, a bone culture department. Product. Nico joined them. Shelly Snake and Mama. Shelly Snake Fun. Snake, Dwayne Doggan. Misael.
Anine, Stephanie, Indigenous Cause, Rama and Donjaba. Well, I work in Rama and I live in Aurelia, but I'm from Rama, so I see. That's where I'm from. Wabshishi and Dodem, Anishinaabemowin. My learning of the language is still that. I'm very much learning. Thank you for allowing me to be here and learn, and I'll probably be a little bit quiet today, but thanks to Vicky for asking me to come, and yeah, miigwech to everyone here, and thank you for letting me be here. Miigwech.
Clayton Indigenous Cause, Chimnissing, Donjaba, Nin Nondago, Chige, Mio. Did I say that right? Nondago, Chige? So I play in the wind? Or Nin Nondago? Nonga? No.
Play in the wind?
Yeah.
Funny accent, huh?
Mino,
I play in the wind again. I play in the wind.
No.
Nonda?
No, the wind, no, the chica.
Nonda?
No, the chica.
Chike?
Okay.
Chige? I said Chige. Chike?
No, the wind.
No to win? No to win?
The cheeky.
That's what.
The chica.
No, the winning.
The wind.
Playing in the wind I play.
Yeah.
No, the wind chica.
No to winning?
No
to winning? No to winning?
cheeky. No winning cheeky.
Chike? No to winning?
Cheeky.
I was trying to make you guys laugh, eh?
Keep it
That
more
was
simple.
curious.
No,
I thought your name was Roxton McCombs.
Oh, bonjour. Bob Chimicons Indigenous Cause, Megase Dodem, Namaiminis and Donjaba. Okimoa, Gishin Cause, on Mishomas, Benoit, Mishipsu Quay, Gishin Cause, on Okmis, Nin.
Yeah.
Ah, did, well,
That's like us, we're both home. Niggas into it. Yeah.
Nin,
Why is that?
or Nin,
And you are.
Bodawarami, Nishnadek, Menoa, Gichimon and Dal. Mama Nanette Banks, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Bobson Osaquay was her name. And me knows Richard Glenn King. Oh, which?
Where's Rich? Oh, Bobby.
it's Majigi there. Mana got told ma. I need vision snave. You wanna know Squala Quinashka. You know oh Bob Manig is a cast, but my the Shinabe name is my Mishomis. Wapshka Ngwagan, meaning white rainbow man. Mishke orange one and the mem sing Chimnissing Northern Karana. Kitchen Karang, you can see my winner, no Vishabok. So I'm on Bajana, which go on my game Jibin Jibjan, hound it up. Kinagranoma, Giken, Glenda. That used to be my next door neighbor for years and years, eh, Glenn? But anyway, we grew up with that family next to us. So. And And I can say a lot, but like everybody says. Magi iba jikok na goyang kana. Mishkeni mana gawe mekwen man mewa isko yang kino mageo kamiki sayang igo nemekwe mishkire koding kino magyang wasam de tuang man piano no is kadmot. Mish weje ni mana good scan nagi ni be talk scat de be gas de be mo ne me ko mish it's not nish economic mish mi ven sigo ke jeva ni wet bok de ne da o main scene da mish ki jinjo de ai I just got it cloakroom. There used to be girls and boys there. We give being in Chicago one of them. It's not passing dynamic. Misha, you know what's with one good in one. I didn't know well. Oh, yes, now it's not because they ain't. You get there often. He's out driving go on anyway. I mean, he's up scabby up. To being along East Coast here. Get out on 2 months. We should imagine you go on banning. Spanish mission you go on having bones, can I? We should have a casa alone. Albert naging casa. Albert alone. Mi o abdi ko ma diu sa pano. Ang sa ik sa sopa. Kinabatash nang may bajib zat peneteng. Kibatash naman. Davi ips ka bun guat. Kas ko gija siya de wajo no amban. Misha nangum koin man nango no ai. Mana Ginwit ko na Anishinaabemowin ni Kapashe. Kiteo ko ngo iknoma gejik meoja. Ito jo ken mod. No sayo ko disnekan gom naben pagans and savages kino gego gijin kan gona. So chigop sam gona iknoma gejik dangi. Saya bukan mana rumah pergi orang kibik kira orang Chimnissing. Biskona kagish na orang orang disko gijaman. Cik song ini iba naki chano. Nai tam guna jana nai. When ko Insurang get up non machinist work, to go in with a given key for SKF bearings. I started working on my apprenticeship for a machinist. I back a Irish 1980. Then, on there. Beginning changed careers there, I guess you call it. I went into construction part of work. I did that. I finished that too. I'm a certified general carpenter. I got my certificate for Igishton Mogadia and the Anishinaabemowin. I was taking from ministry. James go cook our parents why no give it no was lucky was one can go nasap Ken that Nani gan gabo ko skini go kai. Ai te buat minaki wat. Miska de fuego o shag de kisi. Ja besigna da ba kta joks knan de in maki. Wina kiwat jabandana kiwat kuna. Ginon go geni ore pes chigare ki casino in Chicago. Chicago go Kashkan girap nasi mapi. I did my own building around here. Yeah, you should turn in one. Kinamagyo kami pwede take Oregon Nijiron Golf. It was called the Department of Indian Affairs at the time. So I worked for them anyway. And you know something, I really, now that I don't see, like physically, but I'll tell you this, I see spiritually, you know, I can see, they show me a lot of stuff that, you know, what's going to happen or what had happened and everything. Kinaganoya na kain, goshkanoya, koganoya just say, you know, zigzag, you know, Anishinaabemowin na kain gawin mo do ay. Mishkanongo, yeni na, why na mga bamsayan, zindawa, tebajmuat, kinogego, none got no, kinogo, gawin mo na mga oya, tebajmuat oya, nasa kuman madbing, none got no oya, gyo that bajdan kashkana, kanchko oya gego, Dabisham goodne, the Kaja isn't set up. Nishin Nakain, Ojibs in the door, Oya, Devajmat. You didn't set out a winch away, you're going to Devajam, when Devajam, you didn't set out. Nasapo, Mavashkini, he gives in Rama, Devajmat. Bang gigo ke gawa jo ko shno ene jit bajmut mi na kenga ge shikno ma ga so apan kinwit kona go enik tizing a jo I jikno mo ingo when because we get na ba pi go going mo shikno mo do ene anje ni ga na ke de shmo jishka ene you have the king of Anishinaabemowin thought. When you're gonna get Ojibwe out, go online masi, go kanasi. We take a zindagi when the Bajmat can draw. Because go gonna shkoyang voyage. Mi district ko kia. Geo going man shawman ma makwendan man I ka bishangok. Mishmo shogeni go na geni ka boije. Aber give kog ne goyang go win mon nem we wat. Glad you can one. Julie skino Kenny. There was Peter, Clinton, Orville. Begin you all. Kabe, Abuja, Cognigo. Kinoja, I was crying in my talk. He's quitting your aim. Get out. You know, Clinton, which goes in when he known a papa in he's kind of Alec Cupcog. Ne Beausoleil given up nan bomb davan going with a network. Me that Kagamin Kiang with it. You should ask me dark, get dark. Me davan with it. You know, Beausoleil gonna go caragi almost a sort. He was out jibs out Mago. Yeah, almost up here. Walk tongue boy when I make orville to see brush cut yet, you know. You know, almost still on, you know, but duck a goat. Walk tongue ash cognon, which you Bob Nama, Misha, as what can I give. Once he woke up, she ran away, you know. He should have, you know, none of them. You know, you duck a go cow, horrible, brush cut Mandia. Me was going to get what Anishinaabemowin. Ich bin eben da gegangen, aber was getan? Ich habe mal bestimmt bein. Das geht mal wohl auch gewartet dann. Ich gerade nach Wort. Aber wir sagen, das geht wohl nicht auch gewartet. Ich you know, paregon mo kwenda ni. Wo genau ini apa itu kogniwan. Oh, even no, I can get
I don't know about this story. I'll just stay in English as something that happened a few weeks ago. Before I started the position, I took a vacation for myself, and I ended up. My wife was like, "Well, where do you want to go?" I said, "I don't know where I want to go." I said, "I just know I want to go somewhere," and she said, "Well, just get in the car and drive." So when she said that, my eyes opened up, and I was like, "The highway is the limit." You know what I mean? I'm going down the road, but I ended up going to Beausoleil Island. I stayed out there a week, kind of in preparation too as well when we had the memorial service out there, or ceremony out there. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted to go there and just kind of experience just the landscape again, be able to walk in the bush and do what I could do. But it rained pretty much the whole week, so I was pretty much inside my cabin just writing and reading and just listening. But when it did finally clear up, I was able to go for a good hike, and one of the interpreters there, Sean Corbier, and one of the Indigenous liaisons, he had taken me on a hike, and I had often wondered where some of the old graves were. There's other old graves all over that island from our ancestors. So he took me in the bush and he showed me a spot, and we had seen one that had a cross, or had a base for a cross. So like all the other graves up at the cemetery that I took you guys to a few years back, you would see kind of like that cement block fit for a cross. So we found a bunch of those, and it was interesting because they don't know how long they've been there or who it might have been. But while we were walking along there, we had seen all these holes in the ground. And I asked him, I said, "What are all those holes there?" And he said it was from the Jagnosh coming over and trying to find the treasures of the Jesuits. So I said, "Really?" I said, "Oh, I always joked about, a treasure being over here on Christian Island too." And I had talked about how my grandfather had told my father when they were young that he said that there was a treasure chest full of gold at Moose Point as well. So, I thought it was interesting because we walked off the beaten trail because we're trying to find different graves, different kind of imprints. He said usually when there's a depression in the ground, that's signs of a grave, eh? But some of these, holes are really, really dug deep. So we're walking around, and next thing you know, we find a lot of moss growing on rocks. And what it looked like was, it looked like a foundation, an old foundation. Because I know, from the reports through Indigenous, or INAC, from that time period, they talk about where the village was created. There was 2 villages there. two different time periods, one at Kitchie and one at Cedar Springs. So we're up by Kitchie. So I'm thinking that this is the foundation of either the log home or the church that was built there. So here we are, we're pulling up moss, looking around, and the rocks were so perfectly built, like a foundation, that as we kept on going, we just noticed that it was just a rock formation. We kind of got really excited, and then we were all sad, like, oh, this is just a plain rock. But going back to the digging, this morning I was tasked with trying to find a member. A member had contacted the band. I say, well, our reports say that we're from Beausoleil. So I'm looking at it, and then I'm looking at some other documentation. Contacted a colleague, and he sent me another link, and I'm looking at the Beausoleil family. And within that history of the Drummond Islanders, there is that story where those early Drummond Islanders had taken a Jesuit priest to Beausoleil Island in the 1820s, where he was looking for that treasure. So I thought that was neat, because that's something I never really had touched up on before. But within that documentation, it says that Anishinaabe from there, they knew where it was. They said there was Spanish and French silver and gold coins, guns, and axes buried there. But the Anishinaabe said he couldn't tell in Washagnosh, because he would die if he told them, whether he'd be cursed or struck by lightning or something along those lines. He wouldn't share that information with that Jesuit. So that's just another lead in terms of more of our history and trying to find out more information from that time period, and even the peoples that were around that area during the time. Because even though the Huron were in the area, our Anishinaabe ancestors were right on the border too as well, right? Even in Rama, in Aurelia, even though there was a village there, it was like the borderlands, see? And there's not a lot of stuff talked in history about that, so just wanted to share that. I don't know if you guys ever heard anything like that growing up over, more gold stories. Yeah.
I was just wondering what I should talk about this time. Then when he started talking about treasures, this came to in my mind because my husband, Floyd, he had, I don't even know where he got it from. It was a big, long tomahawk. It's like this big, and it's like this thick. I've had it at the house. He had it at the house, and I don't know where he got it, but it looks pretty old, like pretty ancient looking. And it's got a little symbol on the end of the tomahawk. It's like the sign of a cross. So I don't know what it meant, or if it's an old treasure, or where he got it from, but I still have it. Jesuits? I don't know. So.
It was steel?
It's pretty, it's pretty thick and it's heavy. So anyways, that came to my mind when you start talking about treasures. I'd like to know where it came from, if it is old, if it came from here or what, I don't know. But anyways, if you want to look at it sometime, I could bring it down to the center, maybe during the week if you come around, I'll show it to you. He's had it for a while. I don't even know where he got it from.
Every household's got Jesuit treasure up here on Christian Island.
But yeah, so every now and then I come across it and I look at it and geez, I don't know where it came from. And he never, maybe he told me, but I don't remember.
Steel back then. I know they used copper a lot.
No, they would have steel too as well.
Copper's a medicine.
But yeah.
They would bring that from Europe.
When you use copper, it's healing.
Other than that, there's really nothing too much I have to say. Other than that, that's all I have to say. So
that's why we use copper.
That's my treasures. There you go,
Oh no, I don't know about down here treasure. But I believe yours.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Post it on Facebook there.
Yeah, I should take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, it is. I don't even know where he got it from.
Yeah.
Those bones
Ask him.
run over real
Never
quick
know.
and do that.
But Trip Sama down and ask him.
Yeah.
He'll show it to you.
Yeah, I don't really know.
That's what I was always told.
Maybe it showed up around where they lived,
Maybe, I don't know.
because there's a grave up there.
Yeah.
There's a big graveyard.
They're
out
all
on
past.
either side of it.
Yes, I did. You ever heard talk?
And the one that wants to talk about Halloween said no, passed it on.
Oh, excuse me.
But they switched it to treasures.
Anything.
Okay, on Halloween nights here, a long time ago, we used to go around, outdoor toilets, outhouses, yeah. We used to go tip them there on the, what do you call that night? Devil's Night, eh? Yeah, okay. There one night, we didn't know there was one person, and they're doing his duty there. We went tipped it on him. Eh? So I don't know how he got out. We took off anyways.
So we're still talking about Halloween?
Anything with treasure, whatever.
Anyways, I'm gonna Jagnashim. Gonna pan gadon yeah. Anyways, around here when they used to celebrate Halloween, I remember my mom and my grandmother. They used to cook all day. All day they would cook, and I wondered why they did that. Then a little while later, Mom would get up and she would make a plate full of everything that they made, and hand it to Grandma, and Grandma would go to the old wood stove, lift the lid, and throw all that food in there. And how Amanda, she used to say, we snick. And she used to talk to what she says, the ones that left a long time ago, and the ones that died. She says, that's who I'm feeding. And anyways, they would always do that on the 31st of every October. And then a few days later, it would be Halloween. Around here, the kids used to get all dressed up and go out trick-or-treating. But along the way, we used to have outhouses. They used to go to almost every house and tip the outhouses over. So somebody said to me, come on, Gloria, let's go. Yes. There's an outhouse right there. So we ran over there, tipped it over. Didn't notice my dad standing around the corner of the building, and he chased us with a broom. He said, Grandma Jacques. He says, why did you do that? He says, and that's what we used to do as for fun. And they used to go, he used to look after the schools. He was a janitor. And then Halloween night, some of the kids would grab bars of soap and they'd write all over the windows in using all that soap at that old school. It was a long school, and he used to get so mad at everybody doing that because it took him a long time to clean that all. So those are my stories about Halloween. Good.
I don't know. I don't remember anything.
Happy Halloween, kiddo.
Well, that's up quickly, you remember that, England?
Yeah.
Tuoretan vai missään. Mä olin mitä Howard McEwen. Viitetty tuon manaskaan näin. Tango ja pispoja dit näin on tagboimin. Tää on gigasi että on joka pitspattot. Yksi pasties onnemman dynän. Ei happy Halloween everybody.
Yeah, I was going to mention the same thing that Roya had mentioned, because I remember my mom and them preparing plates, and we weren't allowed to even touch anything in that plates. And they'd also feed the spirits and put it in the stove. And you'd sit there as a young kid, you'd sit there and look at them, and geez, that looks so good. And we weren't allowed to near it. Yeah. But getting away from Halloween, I was going to say maybe you guys from Rama, do you believe in little Indians over there?
Yeah.
Anishinaabemowin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same as here. There was one time one of my grandchildren behind their house, she saw two of them, got scared. They were about maybe this big. And he went in and he drew a picture of how they were dressed and everything. It was just in the bush in there. He hardly ever went back there alone after that. He saw that. That's how scared he was. But what would be the meaning, if these guys know, of seeing the little Anishinaabemowin? Is there anything that would associate with that? Would you know, Linda, or these guys?
Well, I heard Arnold's about the little people.
Yeah.
And Janet Simcoe actually really did see the little people by the graveyard at Rama. She had gone there to hide from her husband. You know, back in those days, there were husbands were beating their wives up, and that's where she ran. And she fell asleep by one of the trees there. And those Giwap Mano Ninisan, Janet Simcoe.
Yeah.
And Grandma Gracie too saw them. Our Grandma Gracie.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my grandson seeing it. I always wondered what would the meaning be, though, if you see them? Is that just to say that, yeah, okay, we're still here?
I think they're there to help us.
Yeah.
Because they helped Janet that night.
Yeah.
They kept her warm, and you know, she didn't get cold. Yeah.
I know that my niece saw them by where Rambo lives now. One time she got scared. She heard the wind blowing, and then when she looked out, she says, "There's that little Indian all dressed in the traditional clothes." But he was going like this to her. Yeah, so all she did was shut the blinds. I guess she ran upstairs and covered herself underneath the blankets. She was scared. I just wondered if these guys had a meaning for that.
That's the only one I heard was from Janet seeing them, and that they helped her out that night.
Oh.
Hector was given the right to do a ceremony for that, for the little people, and all the ones that are here, they used to take little clothes. Were you there, Pat, when they did that? They took the little clothes, and when we used to be up the hill, they used to hang them on the tree and let them go, and that's where they used to collect those. But I remember my dad telling us a story that they come and they take things, eh? They love taking things and tricking you. So one time they were going fishing, and they had put their fish on the side of the rock, and they were busy making a fire, and they were going to cook the fish. Next thing they know, they turned around, their fish was gone. And they could hear somebody laughing behind the rock. Eh? They were hiding. They were always taking things, he said.
I always, in the bush sometimes, because I do believe in them too, sometimes I'll crack open a cigarette and I'll leave some tobacco where they maybe could possibly see it or take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I guess I can just say happy Halloween to everybody too. I don't know any ghost stories. I could if I had a book, I'd read it to you.
But I'll talk further about those little people. I know my husband and Fox saw them right at the shore where they used to live. And he said, I don't know how old we were. He says about 9 and 10. Says they were sitting on the rock. Says we looked at them and they looked at us. They didn't bother us. We ran home and told my mother and my grandmother. And my grandmother said, don't go back down there, leave them be. And then he says his dad used to own horses, and they would let them wander and graze up at the hill there. And he said sometimes they'd come back with little wee braids on their tails. And everybody would say those are the little people riding them and making braids on their manes. So, but I guess they're there. But they were always told whoever saw them, they were going to be really lucky one day. So good for whoever saw them. We're still waiting for Arnold to run into some kind of good good deed. Thank you. Happy Halloween.
Gain option in Gashkatusin, Japaja Magwangu, Anishinaabemowin sak. Pain sak gay Gida Ejinakananik, Pain sak Ejinakazawad. Pain sak.
Niin winter.
Honey?
Niin winter. Good Anishinaabemowin.
Yeah. Yeah, going Dashkay, Diazine, ghost stories, either. We go gay, Jamaja young, going Ibuang Kirusi, Nui Kid Dash. Miigwech apche Anishinaabemowin Tawyang, miigwech gonna apche Gayabe Anishinaabemowin, apche gonna get a P10 in Gayabe Anishinaabemowin. Yeah. Miigwech happy Halloween. Deep Bobby.
Hey, what is that? You know, honey, you know, in bus don't them gonna the batch make, Mishkeni man, Queen man, Mujana, Gabashigi Badziek. Me, I'm sure. Kediek babo jebne mek no I mizio kom gon chinkare no mishkeni gorenga mi go nich khobni kenaj gi machao mi shwa mi wa ba chike wa de kiro mi shke di wan kayang wo de shkoyang I mizio kom di ba am dis bangi ah me no de babo jebna no wo chik ma ge binj bisgwen Schwang on Angie Toman, Marge been set mind that you want count. You smoking and give the webnam and slop water and all that. Music on Akin, I got it. You driven among my. You want count. If not, them big so when stuck a bagaja, I'll drive no more. You come, you mean set. We not going to give Jordan at so quick pin water. Mishkini kain man in bash make babo drive na make in mizio kamon minaman an basic ka bash na make man treasures kilowatt kuna me ojo gain ni bokna gain kina yo ngi buin mak ma ba shom sepan kina ga go abo shoebo mio Pam, Makwinwana, Isaac, your grandfather? Me, you walk it out there. But they are doing them. Zori Bawan can say the bill and all along American. We used to just what a big stone gosh and she cut what no I dream of that. Don't all swamp there, eh? Don't go new asa is a you know the shake of bedroom not quite to go. Don't go asa you see and it's like a quicksand, eh? I want to be saying we shake visit. Me she queen one any you know no more kinwa ringi bandom dan de bill the man gosh say when good
Should have found him, eh?
yeah so can't go to give question
No.
you know one and he got bajamik on gumino and stabe sak bajamik ich bin ja was kann er rein nicht nur schreiben ja das kann er gegen der schreiben nun gore da schrockuns von mir so ich bin zum der granung schon gering gehen nach was wachsen oder man kein ich nur Beausoleil kind of a leather kind of vest from hide. Yeah. You know, the Marks and Scabbies come. Manus is not good now. Giving Squashkan or a Nigan and the king and Biscom Boxen. Now the Aswaction won't go. Squawks. Oh, I'm way out. Natives coming. Being schoolly, kicking off more. Going now, he wake again. He must have. You know, that's all. Miss Kenny, giving one the cock to him, goes on the man. Oh, my gosh, gives it me.
So they're real.
Honey, Glenda Dishnikas. The Jermaine Dan Boganin and Papa Kiwi not know Anishinaabemowin Paya Kama Gikonam and Godding Tommy Gishkine with my cousin Tommy Godding Yenigiwe Miptosh Konauda to meet down the game. I was going by the school and the game we to me go gimosta. And that's all he remembered. That's what all he remembers. Minat kam tam gam kwendang ginim how do you say unconscious anyway? Ginim koit. Ginim koit. Pampi ke jeba ko ki kikskoset pikna kisas pawasabset giving magnang ke ko gi ki wam dan ode minwagi mosto mika kaya he wasn't harmed. He just laid there all that time and somebody was there with him. And Cecile, remember when we were at Zygoncing?
Yeah.
We were playing there, a bunch of us, and we saw something?
Yeah.
Remember that? And we all got scared? Yeah. And it was broad daylight.
Yeah, that's when we decided to go swimming.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that image. Yeah. Yeah. That's a real true story. That happened to us. I believe that they are around. They are here.
They're still here.
And they're hiding on us. And from time to time they come out to show themselves, and other times they hide. Gim kamen kainin went goting goting wakarin he tomahawk kabauziang. Chimnissing samin konat kabauziang minwa chikeang wada. Tommy tamgawam dangyo wasa kanem kapio the metal. Visa gigo git. Being go git je dig it out. And here's the card money and dig. When you dig something out. Finally he came out and then he had a tomahawk in his hand. Grandma was there, Auntie Lily was there, and us kids were there with him when he found that. I don't know what happened to that tomahawk, but we actually did find a tomahawk that day. And as far as the feast concerned of All Saints Day, kiwa mahuenin bapa torti debo mamshkodeng. I didn't really pay that much attention to him, but I do remember seeing him, and he said that he was feeding our ancestors, the ones who had left us, and that was that. I never questioned him anymore about it until I came into our traditional teachings. I still believe in our Roman Catholic teachings. I'm still basically a Roman Catholic at heart. No one's going to change that. That's the way I grew up. But I also am proud and honored to know our traditional and cultural teachings. So I combine the two together, and I feel it's only enriched my life and my spirituality. Chimiigwech.
Mom used to call everybody's name when she was putting that in there.
Yeah.
Nukwen ma Shirley Shilling Bun Gikida Gi Wabma Anishinaabemowin Rama Victoria Park.
Oh,
Yeah. Ginondwa Anishinaabemowin Minwendan Jikewak like to play with children and to watch your children around them if they see them. I've heard that part. But Shilling Bangi Kita Iwama Jimonians Minwa Ode Rama. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, I don't have any other stories to say about that. That's it. You wish?
I don't think I really have anything to add. I just really enjoyed sitting and listening to everyone, and Chimiigwech.
I know in the past and coming to visit you, I've shared some of those stories that my grandfather had shared with me when we talked about that one that went missing in the bush. But I was trying to, I was remembering that some of those stories my auntie had written down, and he's got one about the little people that he had her write down. If you want me to read it to you guys, you want to hear what my Shoma had to say. So he wrote about his brothers and sisters, and Lawrence Cupgog and Elizabeth King and some others, and my aunt had transcribed that. But this one he wrote about the little people. He said, Chimnissing's little people. There are little people here on Christian Island. As far as I know, they are not harmful. I don't think they want to hurt anyone. Of course, if they want to be bad, they will. They can be mischievous. I often wonder where the little people live. They must have their own dwellings. One time a friend of mine was telling me he saw one little person The little fellow was taking his hat. A friend didn't like that, so he gave the little person heck. The little man dropped the hat and started running. He ran fast into the weeds and tall grass. A friend tried looking through the weeds for him, but couldn't find him where he went. Couldn't find where he went because he didn't trample leaves when he left, and he didn't leave tracks as well. The little guy was fast. My mother and grandfather used to talk to them. They said that you could search between the weeds, but you would never know where to find them. Not without them wanting to see you first. One time, one of the elders told my dad, "I went to a place where I've never been before. It's a place where you've never been and you will never see." My dad thinks the man was referring to the place where the little people reside. The elder mentioned to my dad about the little people, only that he wanted to return to where he was. He packed a little bag, purchased himself some bread and meat from the store, put them in his bag, then walked back into the bush. He was never heard from again. His family was worried and a search team was put together, but he was gone. Perhaps to live among the little people who would look after him for as long as they could. In another story, a long time ago, one guy was waiting at the lighthouse waiting for the boat to cross. Unfortunately for him, nature was calling, and he had to go to the bathroom so bad. He ran into the bush to do his business. While he was squatting, he could hear some giggling. Wondering where the gigglings were coming from, he opened the leaves between the trees. He saw little people. There was a man with his children. He quickly apologized to them. I didn't know you were there. I'm sorry. The father of the little ones said, "That's all right." And the little ones pointed at him, giggling, and the father scolded them. He let the leaves swing back into place, apologizing once again. The next time he looked, the little ones were gone. He tried looking for them again, but they vanished. And so he just says, you never know when they're looking at you or want to share your food and etc. But don't worry. Our little people on Chimnissing are pretty peaceful most of the time. But yeah, I forgot I had that. But I remember him talking more in detail about, I forget his name, he was a Chippewas that went missing.
Isaac.
Isaac,
That was
yeah.
my grandfather.
That was your grandfather?
Yeah. Elderly man.
Mm-hmm. I remember him talking about that several times. How everybody
You
was
think
looking
maybe that's
for
why
him.
that happened to him? You never know. The little people took him. Could be.
Because that's what he always, he shared that story quite a few times
Yeah.
with me when I first came
Because
up.
the last time they saw him wasn't going into the bush that
Yeah,
way, eh?
I know.
Towards the little lake.
Yeah, yeah.
True, quicksand.
That was my mom's dad, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Quicksand. Isn't there a quicksand back there?
Further down.
Never,
Further
he never
down.
said that to you? You never shared that story with him?
No.
Okay.
They searched a long time in the day. We were in Parks and then my dad came down and brought us all home and they started searching with the others.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good.
Which, oh,
I have one of those.
Because they even search for graves or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
for holes or anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long time ago when they used to bury people here, they sit them up. Yeah.
That's in the olden days.
Yeah.
I know whenever you started talking about the little people, I had a dream about them. Like I didn't actually see them. I dreamt about the little people in my dream. And it was a while back I had this dream. In my dream I was walking over where Craigie and Lenore lived now. I was coming from that end. I was walking home. And then it was in the nighttime. And I was walking home in the dark. Then I could hear whispers on the tree, up like on the tree. One of those trees over there, it was either between Lenore's and Larry's. There's a big, I say a big a really old tree. Anyways, they were coming on, they were coming out of that, like it was like a house going in there. They were all in there. And they tried to grab me in my dream. They were trying to shove me down that tree bark, like down there, and I could see myself going like this. But you could see the whole island was full of, that's where they lived. Like it was all roots, but that's where their homes were, all underneath. Wow. You could see them all living down there. And I got really scared, and I really fought to get out of that big tree bark, you know, the stump. And I managed to get away from them, and I got off the tree, and I jumped off the tree, and I started running away from them. I started running this way, and they started chasing me. They started chasing me, and they were trying to catch me again. They says, "Don't run away, don't run away. We're going to get you. We're going to get you someday." You know, I was really scared, and that was a dream I had about them. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. Oh my God, I thought, I never forgotten that dream. And every time people talk about little people, they kind of look like little gnomes. To this day, I do not like gnomes. Like little statues of little gnomes. Yeah. That's what they kind of look like down there, little gnomes.
That's what it reminded me of when you talked about the little shoes that curve. Leprechauns. Elves.
Jazz! I'm going to hit you with that.
What do you say to her?
I'm going to come and put a little gnome on your chest. Jeez. Don't you dare, Greg.
When
Well, they could have come on those ships.
Yeah.
The people that came from Ireland and Scotland, and those ships came over, they could have come on one of those ships.
Never know.
We don't know that.
When Preston saw them, they looked like us except very small people. And that was true.
But they were like
Right, you native clothes.
Yeah.
Some do.
Height.
Yeah.
And then when you were talking about,
Even a song about them.
when you were talking about hanging clothes, like little kids' clothes,
Yeah.
well, I lived right next door to Peggy and Neil, eh? So when Dora Benson used to come and visit her, Peggy, she would stay at Peggy's. And me and Dora became really good friends, eh? Me and her, we were very good friends, Dora Benson. And she told me one day, she says, "Pam," she says, "do you leave your clothes hanging outside all night?" She goes, "Well, yeah." I said, "I leave my clothes hanging out all night." And this is when these were children's clothes, eh? She said, "You shouldn't do that," she said. I go, "How come?" Because sometimes I just don't have time to take them out. "Well, you should make time," she says, "because you know why." And she told me that story about how the spirits will come and take those clothes off your line. And they'll take, like, you know, especially little children's clothes. Mm-hmm. So don't leave your clothes out on the line all night, Pam, she says. So to this day, when I always bring in my clothes now, because I always listen to what Dora Benson told me about leaving your clothes hanging out all night. It does happen, she says. It's true.
Yeah, Nellie used to tell me that too.
Yeah.
Because I lived next door to her.
Mm-hmm.
When I first lived down there, I used to do my laundry at night after work, and I'd hang it out all night until she said to me, "Don't do that. You wait till daytime to do your laundry and take it off in the evening."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess I do believe in stuff like that. I feel like I just say
When I first came up here, I remember the kids my age, they used to say, Nemi Guesalok. And then that's what they thought that word meant for little people. And I never knew really what it meant, you know, in a translation of that, but now it sounds different than what it would be, right? And that word I remember when my grandmother had passed away, when she was going to the hospital, she said that to my auntie. that she had seen those like fairies, the flying little people. So I don't know if that was what they had meant.
Those Memigoisi, specifically the ones that dwell like on the shore banks beside cliffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're the ones that dwell within those little cavities.
Yeah.
That's Memigoisi. Yeah.
So I was thinking of my Mangua. Yeah, butterfly.
That's just like I told us, little white moth.
We let her go on it. Už na výsak. Kogi imagí psostíok.
We kind of getting done about the Nino water with the French River. And about the Nino water, Anishinaabemowin, so yeah. And you don't know what the bunch no and Gaja said, oh, Anishinaabemowin like that. Oh. And the thing about Anishinaabemowin, the long pressure, which
It's a wall.
G-Mines, Siniwan.
Siniwan.
Yeah. Mish Gaji Gakununi what? Oh, I mean, what does she mean? Ojibwe and Anishinaabemowin, so. Oh, Noonan. Anishinaabemowin, did you know those? Yeah. Anishinaabemowin. Big English. Anishinaabemowin, did you know those big? Yeah, Anishinaabemowin, we go to go Galunaman, we saw that guy in that stone canoe, right? When he was fishing over there.
We're not eating what.
Were they trying to catch him in a crack? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was saying he was like this Anishinaabe man. I think his name was Moon. I can't remember his name, but he was over by the French River, and he left from there to go fishing in the bay. And then on his way back, he ran into a little person who was in a stone canoe. And then he was like, "Hey."
I spoke to him.
Yeah, who are you? He's like, "This is me." He's like, "Oh, you look like Anishinaabe." I said, "Yeah, I'm Anishinaabe." So you look like Anishinaabe. And that was it. That's the end of the story. But that's the only thing. That's the only, like I've heard. That's the only story I've heard. It's kind of an older story, but they used to travel in stone canoes. Yeah.
They must be laughing at us right now.
Yeah.
We better appear more often here again.
Oh, yeah.
We're leaving.
Okay. All right, everybody's leaving. Okay.
Well, they're gonna stay here till 3:30, but yeah, the boat doesn't leave till 3:30.
Sometimes there's an emerge. Have to be down there early.
Yeah, or get in line.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on there at 2:30.
Oh.
I don't want to leave though. I remember reading a story like that in a book. Yeah, from Perry Island, eh?
stories come from Perry Island?
No, the story is in a book written from people from Perry Island, but there were stories shared from around the territory, eh? And that story is in that book too as well, where they were fishing.
Yeah.
They were fishing for sturgeon. I'll have to look at it again. I got it home.
Yeah.
It's a very old book though.
Try to find it. Like I said, it's an older story. I can't remember the whole. I can't remember the guy's name either.
I think that was a story shared by Francis Beggamagabo actually. Because he's got a lot of stories in that one too. Like he doesn't talk about war stories, but stories around Wasauksing and around that area, right? So a lot of those ones that traveled up that way. And I'll have to look at it tonight. Because I remember that because they specifically talked about that stone canoe in that story. Because when you said that, that's what jogged my memory about that stone canoe too.
He also has a lot of stories in this book called The Ojibwe Indians of Perry Island. They're religious and cultural.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the book.
So I have that book too, but I haven't seen that story in it, but I haven't read it that well.
Pretty sure it's in it. But I've read that story along the scripture somewhere. I thought it was in the book. Somewhere.
I'm gonna take a look at it.
It's a good book because they talk about Jonas King, our descendant. He talks about good stuff in that book.
There's such cool stuff in there, like, if you take the elbow of a turtle, it'll give you luck or hunting or something. Like, just like really cool random stuff.
All the taboos. The good thing at the back too is where they share with how to make the dyes.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, they're gonna get ready.
I got it for cheap. What'd you get it for? $14.
That's really good.